Thursday. Hope all you're having a great day. Today's episode of Days of Our Lives, it was funny. It was some parts of it was funny. Um, Anna, the scenes between Anna Demira and Andre Demira, hilarious. Every time Anna's on the show, she cracks me up. Like seriously, this chick shows up as usual with a thermos that's filled with Tony's ashes. I just be looking at her like, is she serious? Like, who walks around with their dead spouse's ashes in a thermos? Like, really? Andre was looking at her like, bitch, can you take the thermos off the table, please? Like, seriously. Like, you know how uncomfortable that is to have a dead person sitting on the table with you? Like, that's unnerving. Uh, Andre was just looking at her like, yo, she is Looney Tunes. Like, seriously. Anna Demira is two sandwiches short of a picnic. Like seriously, that chick is cuckoo for cocoa puffs, and she has been for years. Um, like seriously, like, this chick is ridiculous. Like who shows? I mean, really, with an urn? I mean, with a thermos with ashes in it. Who does that? Some ridiculous shit. Crazy. Um, I am no fan at this point of Hope or Rafe. I don't like Rafe. I never did like Rafe. Hope, I stopped liking her. And the reason being, I don't really like a lot of the Bradys, especially the ones that's on the cops. You know, that's on the part of the police department. Roman, Hope. You know, because they act so self righteous. Like for many years, they condemned people like Stefano and EJ and Andre for being criminals and doing this and doing that. But yet Hope went to the Demira mansion with a gun with intent to harm Stefano Demira. She shot an unarmed person. Like, okay, yes, Stefano's done a lot of evil shit over the years, but the thing about Stefano is he was unapologetic about how he was. And he never claimed to be moral or, a nice person. He never claimed to be all these things. Hope and the Bradys have always looked their noses down on these types of people because of what they do for a living and what their business is and how they hurt people, so they look their noses down. But when she shot Stefano, she became no better than Stefano. The thing about Hope is she went there and she murdered a person who's not only an elder, he's like 80 something years old, and he's in a wheelchair. He was no threat to her, and she shot him. Like, she should have went to prison. I know some people say, yeah, but Stefano never paid for his crimes. Maybe not. But at the end of the day, Hope and the rest of her family have condemned the Demiras for shit that they did. But yet you go there with the intent of harming him. And mind you, like I said, he's in a wheelchair. He was no threat. And she shot him anyway. But yet she gets to walk free from that and probably get her job back in the Salem PD, which I think she shouldn't even get. I would be totally pissed if they gave her her job back at the Salem PD. She doesn't deserve it. And I like the fact that they got Lieutenant Rains on the police force because he's actually a moral cop. He's a cop with values and morals. And he doesn't like the Bradys because of how self righteous they are. I hope Andre gets revenge on Hope. Because number one, she set him up. Her and Rafe set him up for the murder of Stefano. He spent a little time behind bars because of them. And because of them trying to frame him. So I hope like hell he gets revenge on them. Because they deserve it. Um I love the scene between Justin and Sonny. Because you see a different side of Sonny that you probably never seen before or you haven't seen in a while. Like Sonny is no punk. He ain't afraid of Deimos. He ain't afraid of nobody. And he's sick of the games that Deimos is playing. And he's right. Deimos didn't tell him or Justin or anybody in the family about what he was doing because he knew that they would try to talk him out of it. He knew that. So that's the reason he didn't say, he didn't tell them his plans about kidnapping Chad and Gabby. So Sonny wants to talk to Deimos himself. I heard a rumor that Vincent Irizarry is leaving the show as Deimos. That rumor has yet to be confirmed as of this moment, but I think it sucks that he's no longer gonna be in the show because I actually like the Deimos character, and with Victor aging and Stefano gone, we need somebody who's evil, besides Andre. We need somebody because Victor's aging and he's semi-retired at this point, so we need somebody in the Kiriakis family who's gonna pick up where Victor left off, and Deimos was the right candidate, even though he's a little crazier than Victor, but Victor had his limits. Um, but it sucks. Hopefully it's not true that he's leaving, but I read several reports that it is true. They just haven't confirmed it as of yet. Um, but I respect the fact that Sonny wants to step up to the plate, and show that he's no pushover and confront Deimos. But of course, he's never going to get that chance. Well, not right now, he's not, because Andre put plans into motion to have Sonny kidnapped. And he already, talked to his guy. Andre talked to his guy, and he told him to grab him. So now it's going to be a game of tit for tat and cat and mouse. I can't wait to see how this plays out. Um, I love the wedding between Steve and Kayla. That was my favorite part of the episode because it was fun, it was beautiful at the same time, and they deserve it. Steve and Kayla, they've been through some crazy shit over the years, and it was also good to see, all their, Steve and Kayla's kids together, Joey and Stephanie. It's been some years since Stephanie's been on the show. I think it's been 7 years since Stephanie was last seen. I think 2010, I want to say, was her last time she's been on the show. So it was good to see Stephanie back, bonding with her brother, and telling him, how much she, sees that he's matured, and, letting him know her feelings toward him in the past and how she feels about him now. I felt like Jade was a little rude when she first met Stephanie. But, I mean, Jade just lost a baby, so I'll give her a pass on that, but she was rude. Um, and of course, Sierra is still jealous of Claire and Theo being together. She need to get over that shit. Like, you're jealous of your niece. Okay. Uh, but the wedding was beautiful. The vows, especially the vows that Steve and Kayla said to each other, that was the most beautiful part of the whole episode. And then the party, the reception was dope. Everybody was vibing, dancing, taking selfies, throwing the bouquet. It was a fun wedding. Doug and Julie were talking about, the family members that were not there, the ones who are living and couldn't make it and the ones who are dead. And that got Julie to thinking that she wants to reach out to her son David. Now, if you read the spoilers, and this is a spoiler alert, David, her son, is dead. They killed him off screen, of course, which is a sad thing, But I can't wait for the storylines to come up, after his death because that brings in her grandson Eli, which is Valerie's son. Um, and Valerie told Abe and Theo today that she was leaving, to go back to DC because that's where her life is. Of course, Abe doesn't want her to go. And I feel like they shouldn't get rid of Valerie. I think Valerie should stay on the show and be with Abe. Because obviously, it's obvious they got chemistry, and, Abe wants to see where this relationship is going to go with her. And I'm looking forward to it. I want to see her and Abe together. Um, but overall, though, this episode was pretty good. I loved the scenes between Jennifer and Drew, because Drew, of course, doesn't want his brother Shane to know that he's in town. Not yet, he doesn't. Um, Hope told Roman how Eric was the one that saved her when she ran out of prison. But they're giving Eric his time to cope with everything because he doesn't want to be back in Salem right now, which is understandable. He needs time away from that town in order to get himself together, which is understandable. And Roman definitely understands. The whole, you know, wedding ceremony is kind of a calm before the storm because, as you know, I think in March, Ava and Steve's son is coming to town. So you already know some drama's about to happen. So this is, everybody who's a big Steve and Kayla fan better like this. They better love this episode because in the future, in the very near future, I don't think it's gonna be all happiness and wedded bliss. Especially with his son coming in the show. And it was also good to see, Adrian get some time in with Stephanie. Stephanie told her that she was praying for Adrian, and they were wondering where Sonny is, but they don't know that Sonny was kidnapped by Andre. Well, technically Andre and Eduardo, because they both came up with that idea. Overall, today was a good episode. I liked it. The wedding was dope. Seeing them say their vows, they had all their friends and family together. Um, it was a dope episode. But anyway, I hope all you enjoyed it. You have a great day. See you all tomorrow. Have a great day.